you as a woman, as a wife, you're unfaithful to your husband. Nobody is saying that you shouldn't cheat back if your husband cheats on you. Yes, if he cheats on you and you feel that okay, you want to get closure, you want to get closure, and cheating back will give you the closure, kindly go ahead. Welcome to the Humans of Abuja podcast, where we share turning point stories that people send in to us anonymously from different perspectives. And with me in the studio today on this couch is Osas. Osas, what's up?
I'm good. How are you?
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
It's so good to see you and to have you here.
Same here.
How is Abuja treating you?
Fair enough.
I know, you're fair, you're cool. So with me is Osas. Osas, we are going to be looking at this very intriguing story. This story, I don't know, but I know that you have a lot to say about it, but we are going to read it out to the audience so that they can also follow along.
All right.
So, all right, the story goes, I and my husband got married peacefully without troubles. But what I never knew was that my in-laws didn't like me at all. My husband did a good job covering up. I wish I noticed earlier. Every time my mom-in-law or her daughters visit, there won't be peace in my home till they leave. Fights that can't even be explained. I have 3 children now. Each time my in-laws visit, they throw subtle insult at my children. My children look more like me and my family, but took their dad's posture. Sometimes they say things like, Dakbo, who you resemble self. Now wow. I never knew all these things affected my husband's thinking as well, till he demanded for a DNA test. I was sad, but I agreed because I am 100% sure I married as a virgin and I knew I was clean. My husband ran the test in 2 different places. The result was okay, but immediately he showed me. I can't explain the type of anger that entered me, but I requested for a divorce immediately. I have moved to another building in our compound. We own it and just leave it for visitors. I work and earn very well. I'm a woman of prestige. He broke my heart. He has sent people to beg me, but I don't see me accepting any apology. My in-laws have become so quiet, which is unlike them. My sister-in-law, who has never even said congratulations when I gave birth, is calling me for the first time, but I refuse to pick. Young ladies, please, no matter what, don't marry from a family who don't want you. I survived this far because I have my own money. Thank you.
Interesting.
Very interesting story. Very, very interesting story. And this story borders on DNA tests. You know, nowadays, I think this trend of running DNA tests on children is really picking up at a crescendo that I don't even understand.
Yeah, I think first of all, I think this topic is very complicated.
Yeah.
And first, I have to say that I completely understand. I understand from a man's point of view. If you have doubts, it's good that you have clarity. That's something that we as men we don't joke about. We don't want to look at our children, for example, and say, is that kid really mine?
No, clarity in what aspects? Because this person in this story, let's go back to the story.
Yeah.
This person in this story, she said that she married a virgin and she was clean. And the husband also have known his wife to an extent.
Yeah, just because you married as a virgin does not mean you cannot do something while when in the marriage or after your virginity has been taken. You understand?
But this person has lived with the wife for a number of years. So he would have known that, okay, my wife, he would have known the capabilities of a wife with regards being unfaithful outside marriage.
Yeah, but that's why I said I completely understand from a man's perspective.
Okay.
You have doubts, you need clarity, definitely. But what I don't agree with is you letting your wife know that you have this doubt, this kind of doubt. It's very sensitive. It's a very sensitive topic. So so you have to go about it in a very, very different, discreet manner. So the issue I have with your mind is you coming up and let your wife know that this is what you're going to do. Yes, that's why I find it a little bit problematic.
But I think him coming out to tell the wife that, because in this story he said that the husband, he demanded for a DNA test, and which she agreed because she was 100% sure that she married a virgin and she knew what and who she was. She was clean. She had nothing to hide. Very, very clean, nothing to hide. So the husband, she agreed to the DNA test, right?
Yeah.
So for her to have agreed, should have sent a signal to the husband. The husband should have known that, okay, my wife really had nothing to hide. So he wouldn't have just wasted that money.
Oh, I will not use the word waste of money. But I would rather use the word that, like I said before, clarity is very important. If you have this doubt, you have to check. You understand? Both of them in the marriage, probably one or two things might have happened during that course of being married that will make the man say, okay, maybe I have to, really check this thing.
But see, it's not like I'm not saying that it's not good for the person, the man, to have been, maybe to seek clarity, but that is why I think it's not good for third parties, no matter how related they are to you. Third parties would bring in that doubt in the marriage.
Yes, it's everything's about advantage and disadvantage. Sometimes third party helps you to build what you have. When you're seeking for advice, maybe you and your wife are having issues and you don't know who to talk to. You need to talk to somebody, probably your mom, probably your sister, depending on the person that you want to talk to. So I think I will not absolutely dismiss a third party. You understand?
But this third party, they didn't like the woman.
Okay, let's look at this from this angle. What about if they were right?
But they were not right.
Yes, but you have to check to know. You cannot just dismiss it. But yes, you have done what you have done. Okay, thank God it's positive. Then the woman still needs to take some actions too. But I will never advise her to, like in that page, she's like, she has moved out of the house and moved to another building. I will never advise for her to think about divorce.
But if this man, at this point, he didn't trust this baby again. Because if that trust was still there, he would have hushed the family and told them, please, I don't want any rancor in my family. Yes, whatever, these children are mine. But he just went that way. And this woman too, probably she's taking a step that would also benefit her because the trust is no more there.
Yeah, the woman might never look at the man the same way again. Yeah, but for me, I always say this: once you are married and you have kids, then all bets are off. Is your feelings are no longer important. How you feel, whether you're happy, whether you're sad, is no longer important. Your kids are more important.
Yeah.
You now have some beautiful souls that are more important than how you feel. So you have to prioritize your children. So regardless of how you feel, we know how you feel, but I don't think the man has to apologize. The family of the man, they have to really, really come and apologize, and the woman probably needs to meet out some level of punishment to the man by saying, I don't want your family around my house again.
Okay, yeah.
But in terms
those
of
boundaries,
to be set after this, now
Yeah.
you have the right to. But I cannot imagine myself, for example. I'm sorry, I'm bringing myself into this.
Okay.
I cannot imagine myself, for example, telling my mom, for example, not to come to my house. But she knows how she has to handle it the best way. But the best way is not leaving your marriage. If you care about your children, you stay married.
But wait, let's digress a bit. If it so happened that the children, or one of the children, did not turn out to be the man's son, and the man demanded for a divorce, won't you say that he's right to demand for it?
Yes, of course.
So if the trust is no longer in the marriage, is it not right for the woman to say, okay, I can't continue with this marriage, let's in fact call it a day here?
I still don't think it's enough. I think definitely it's going to take time for the woman to heal.
Yeah.
Again, definitely. So probably, going out of the house might be fair. You stand the goal, just try to re-understand, you orientate yourself again about marriage, and you stand. But just living your marriage like that, it's not wise. You shouldn't take that step. This is not. If the man was to be abusive, physically abusive, then I can say,
no, she didn't say anything about.
So you have to leave. I think she also mentioned that the man is a protective man. When the man's family were trying to saying some kind of things that was really, really off point, the man was always protecting her, and she didn't even know that those type of thing was going on.
Yeah.
You understand? So the man is a good man. He made a mistake, and we are all allowed to make mistakes.
Okay. We are all allowed to make mistakes.
Yeah.
Now, hypothetically speaking, I'm not saying that it happened to you. Hypothetically speaking, God forbid, but hypothetically speaking. Now, if you were in this DNA issue now, if you are the person that probably you're hypothetically speaking, no, I'm not saying it happens to you.
No, I guess,
okay.
yeah.
So now, if your wife probably had 2 kids for you, and those 2 kids are not yours, what will you do?
First and foremost, I cannot even imagine myself in that. But okay, let's be real.
Okay.
Where I come from, I don't know if I can say it on, but where I come from, I'm from Edo. So I don't think that can happen to me as an Edo man. I think it will be very difficult for that kind of thing to happen. Because we have a very well laid down traditional rules that it might be difficult for that kind of thing to happen.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once I'm married, except I'm not married, but once I'm married, there are things that cannot happen.
Things like a woman giving you another man's child.
If it happened inside the marriage, if we're married and it happened inside the marriage, I think there's a tendency that I'll be aware of it. In a way that my kids will always be sick, or myself will always be sick, and then people will start to ask questions.
Then the woman will not be sick.
No.
Only you and the children.
But majority of the children. So
Okay.
if it's worse, maybe if the woman continues to do what she's doing, they might die. So that's how serious it is. So I don't think me as a man, as an Edo man, that this can happen to me. I don't think. Except the woman wants to kill me, okay. You get. So, but if it does happen to me, but there's no way back. That's the height of it.
That's the height.
Yeah, there's no way back.
That's the height, honestly. Because you see this DNA issue, we read the conversations on social media. Sometimes we know people that know people that these things have happened to. This DNA issue, it's now closer to home. I know I'm a woman, but it doesn't really look good on my gender, because I think people that are involved in this paternity fraud, I mean my gender, females that are involved in this paternity fraud, they don't really think long term. They don't think what would happen in the future, because okay, let's take for instance somebody, okay, you as a woman, as a wife, you're unfaithful to your husband. Nobody is saying that you shouldn't cheat back if your husband cheats on you. Yes, if he cheats on you and you feel that okay, you want to get closure, you want to get closure, and cheating back will give you the closure, kindly go ahead. But the thing there is, why are you bringing a child, somebody else's child, into that marriage?
Yeah, first of all, cheating in what kind of form is not allowed.
It's not allowed for the male or for the females?
For both.
For both, right?
But
Okay.
Especially if you are bringing another man's child to your house.
Yeah, that's actually my point.
But cheating is not allowed. We have to establish that fact first.
Cheating is not allowed for the man and for the woman.
Once you are married, to not cheat.
Okay, yeah.
Once you do not cheat, then this issue of bringing children, some other man's children into your own matrimonial home will definitely be avoided.
Yeah, yeah.
So the basis of the point is don't cheat.
Don't cheat.
Let's not subscribe to cheating. Let's not. Let's
subscribe to cheating. No?
Let's not subscribe to.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
If you are married, be faithful. If you cannot be faithful, if you know, probably I think what's going on these days is that we don't marry who we actually love or who we can actually spend the rest of our life with.
Yes, exactly.
So that gives room for your eyes will be somewhere else. You understand? So
exactly.
I think we should preach more of love, as opposed to so that we can really avoid.
See, I really know. You are triggered. You are triggered because I'm saying that if a woman can cheat back, that is what will give her closure. That's what is triggering you. You are triggered.
No, I think we just like when you talk about cheating, human cheating. I don't know how it sounds. I don't think it's
no, but we are being practical. Like nowadays, we are not even giving advices. We are not giving advices. We are saying that these things are rampant. They are happening. Paternity fraud. You see the fruits of paternity fraud. But my own cases. This is Africa. Even if this is not Africa, the lineage continues from the man's side.
Yeah.
So if you go outside and bring a child home, a child that is not your husband's, you come, you give birth to the child under the guise that it is your husband's child. Tomorrow, this child may grow up and fall in love with his real sibling, her real sibling.
That's true.
You understand?
That's true.
Now, how would you as a woman, because every a woman knows her body. let's forget every other thing. A woman, you know when you're ovulating, you know things, you know your body. So if you cheat, you bring that child home, and this child grows up to like fall in love with his real sibling tomorrow. What will you do? How will you stop it? Okay, that's when you now start confessing. Oh, my child, that person is your real sibling. I cheated in 1921. It's not. It's really not good. That's why. That's why I said they don't think long term.
Yeah.
They don't think long term at all.
Yeah. I think if you care about your child, you have to be true to your partner.
Yeah.
Because long term, if the husband gets to find out that this child is not his, forget about what the man might be dealing with or the trauma the man might deal with at that point in time. What about the child?
Right.
Yes. The father he has called daddy for how many years? All of a sudden, it's no longer his daddy, and whatever benefits that might come from this man being your father might actually just stop.
That's true.
How if you are not a selfish person, why would you want to put an innocent child through that traumatic experience?
Yes.
So it's not advisable. If you're married, do not cheat. Stay faithful.
Yeah. Okay. Like, let's go back to the story. She said that her husband has already sent people to beg her, and she's adamant she doesn't want to accept any apology. So let's use this medium to talk to her.
Yes, I think I missed a point before, and I'll say it again. Think about your kids.
Yeah.
The man has made a mistake, and I know he's sorry. I believe that he is sorry, and you have the right to make some form of punishment to the man, but that punishment should not be divorce. Not just because you no longer love or you still love the man, whatever reason, just because of your children.
Yeah.
Your children deserve to grow up in a home that has both the parents in it.
Yeah.
You understand?
Right,
so
right.
you have to think about your children and think of what's best for them.
That's true. You're very correct. Yes, this may be our own advice. You know, advices are subjective.
Yeah.
So we are throwing it to the audience. We are throwing it to you that is watching us. What do you think this woman should do? This woman in this situation, what do you think she should do? If you were in her shoes, what would you have done? Would you have gone ahead to just divorce? Would you have gone ahead to just say, okay, whatever has happened, I'm Christian, I forgive him, and stay? What do you think? We want to read from you. We want to hear from you. So drop your comments in the comment section, and we would be reaching out to you and reading your comments, your replies on another episode of the Humans of Abuja podcast. So, Osas, see, I know say I not sabi shout, but I know say woman we go do that one to you iki beer like make a foul like you go see something.
No,
it's not really a good situation, but we just pray that this marriage does not end because of this. We just really hope so, because I think she's also somebody that was ready to get married, was ready to be faithful, really knew what she was doing in that marriage.
She got married as a virgin.
That's
so much about her and her character.
Yes, that's true. And there are some persons that wouldn't even like, from those words that the in-laws threw at her, some persons would have just like stopped it.
Yeah.
But it really speaks to her character that she is an accommodating person.
Yeah.
She's an accommodating person, and I hope the husband, by everything that has happened, he would be able to like be a man and set boundaries.
Yeah, I'll learn from this.
Yeah.
No.
So summarize.
Okay. So like I said before, I have to emphasize this. You understand? Once you are married, first and foremost, because it's very important. Maybe I'm speaking because I'm a man, but I think it's very important. Even me as a man, I don't cheat too.
Now who we go ask?
God, my father knows the truth.
Okay.
So it's very important.
Okay.
I think everything's about habits. Once you're in a relationship, before you get married, you need to cultivate the habit of being faithful. You understand? If your heart is not in a relationship, you have the right to say you don't want anymore, as opposed to go out there and do something funny. And it's for some people it's traumatic, and the experience is not good. Then when you get to marriage, it should not be something that you think of. You should stay like this. If possible, get married as a virgin, like this.
Una go green. Una go green.
Like this woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and whatever challenges that come up in your marriage, divorce should not be the first thing that comes to your mind.
Yeah.
Divorce, you need to talk to your pastor, whoever you can talk to. Talk
Any
to
authority
them.
figure.
In your life, you have to talk to them, and always put your children as priority.
Put your kids as priority. Put your marriage as priority. We love marriage. We love good endings. We love stories that fosters unity, and we also hope that the lady in this story would just do right by enjoying her marriage. Nothing to you. So till we come your way again on the Humans of Abuja podcast, I am Nebright and Osas.
I'm Tongo Osas. You missed that part, Tongo.
All right, bye bye.